Hey guys, so welcome to the third video in my new Adobe Illustrator, also called AI tutorial series, which is really part 2 of creating shapes. If you missed part 1, there should be a link to it somewhere up top. I'm not going to repeat everything I said in the first one. If you want to see, you can go check it out, and I'm just going to head and get started. Alright, so the Polygon tool, this one's a little more intricate, so again, you can just draw what you want, or you can click. So this, because of how I had it before, has a preset number of sides, but if I click, it can give me the radius and then how many sides I want. So if you really want it like a triangle and you put it down to 3, and I'm going to leave the radius the same and click OK, I got my triangle. Or if I click and I kind of wanted 5 sides, keep the size the same, there you go. So that's kind of cool with, figuring out exactly what you want to do with it. If you want to make something a little bigger, so let's make it this one right here. And I'm going to move it. You actually have some other features as well. So same kind of anchoring. So if you hold the sides and bring it down, it's kind of keeping the side, but it's going to change the size, just anchoring that side. And then top, bottom, kind of same thing. You can play around with all the different, ways. Like this is anchoring the top, so I'm shrinking it. So it's like a crown almost, I don't know. But anyway, you can kind of play around with those. Something else that you can do if you do the polygon. So you see if I made this one, there's this tool right here. And it seems to only pop up right when you do it. But if you click on it and it has a little corner, it actually controls the roundness. So I put it down a little bit and now you can see my corners around it. And as I keep going, it makes it more and more like a circle. So now it's pretty much a circle. But if I keep going, it puts it back to its pointed. So that's kind of cool to play around with it as well. All right, so for the shapes, last but not least, let's move on to the star. All right, so the star tool, this one's a little bit cooler, only because I feel like you could do so much with it. So if I just draw one right now, this is what it looks like because of the settings that I have. But if you click, this is why. I have it on 20 points. So say I just want 5 points like a regular star and say okay, then there goes my star. And there are 2 things that you want to know about using the star tool. So the radius 1, that is actually the radius up here. So it's the circle radius around the tips of the stars. And then radius 2 is the circle radius inside of the star. So from this point, like all of this. So logically, when you look at it, that means the closer these 2 numbers, the less like a pointy star this is going to look. So say if we know this is 30, say we make this 90, then that means that this point and that point are further away. So we're going to click OK. And as you can see, that's what happened. So the distance between this circle and this circle was further. So now your points are a lot further apart. But say I do it again and I want to put them closer to each other. So instead of 90, let's make this 40. So it's only 10. As you can see, once again, now it's less looking like a star because the radius between this inner circle and the outer circle are closer together. So that's kind of cool with stars. Same idea. You have your anchor points, and you can shrink your star, stretch it out from that side, from top to bottom, keeping the bottom together. Same type of features, but I think that's just pretty cool. So also, what you want to know is colors. So right now, I'm clicked on my star, and you can see right here that it has a white fill and a black stroke. Stroke is the line. So this outside line right here, let me unclick. As you can see, the outside line is black. So logically, if I click on that and say I come over here and I want it to be green, it will be green. Oh, hold on. Click on it. There we go. We're on stroke. So I'm going to make it green. Okay, so that's green. All right. So now this little swap tool, this will say make the fill green and the stroke white. So if I flip it, now you see kind of a white outline. I'm not going to unclick because since the background is white, you won't see it at all. But now the inside is green. But say you wanted the stroke, which is now white, to be black. So then I'll go up here in black. And if you don't see these kind of tables over here, I don't even know what they call it, you can go up here to window and you can have them come up. So color is the one I'm in right now, and then the one down here where you see path stroke, that's under appearance. So if you don't see them, go to window to get them down there. But something else you can do, since we know our stroke is black and we can see it, I can come over here and it says it's 2.17 points, but if I click on it, I can make it bigger. And as you can see, as I'm doing that, it's getting a heck of a lot bigger, and it's even starting to kind of shrink my star in the middle. So you can kind of control that. I can change the color. I can say, actually, I want the stroke blue. Something else that you can do is when we'll talk about this in the next video, which is more about shape builder and how shapes kind of interact with each other. But you can also kind of overlap shapes. So say I want to go over here and get a circle. So I'm going to change this to 5 points, and I make this circle. It's filled with green. Well, if I move this star over here, say I want to put the star in the middle, and another thing I love about guides is, as you can see, when I get to the middle, it tells me center, so I know it's centered. But say I actually want it to show through, what I could do is, if I go back over here to the star fill that's green, I can say none, and you can do the same thing for the stroke. So I'm going to say none for the star, and then now it's going to show through. So let me give you a better example. So the fill right now is none, but let's say I want to change it to a different color. So let's right click. I'm going to send the circle to the back. There we go. So now you see it's blue, but let's change it to none. So now I'm seeing the green from the circle since I had it like that. What happened before is the circle was on top. So basically, say I want to hide this star, then if I click on it and right click and say arrange, send to back, then I can still see the outline of it, but if I click off of it, I can't see it. So I had to click the circle, I right clicked, and then said arrange, send to back, and then I was able to see it. So just a little tip, but that's kind of how you do that. So that's kind of it for shapes. I think the best thing, which I did, was just go in, play around with all types of settings to see what you can do. I definitely love the star tool and being able to say how many points. If you want to make this bigger, that means that second number, the radius 2, needs to be bigger. And so you can have, words in here if you want to create your own pop-ups or something like that. So just knowing the options that you have is pretty good when you're getting into this. Alright guys, so that's it. Thank you for watching. If you watched my first video, I shared that I myself started using AI about 2 months ago. So these are just some of the things that I learned, and I thought it was pretty cool. Like I also said, I thought I was going to be able to do it in one part, but there was just so much that I had to make it 2. But if you found this video helpful, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get the latest videos and tutorials. Talk to you later.